Justine is the founder of Women's Fitness Philippines, co-founder of Color Manila, a fitness enthusiast, and an entrepreneur. Her passion for doing what she does continues to spark joy in the lives of people all over the country, and her drive serves as inspiration to entrepreneurs to do and be their best. Whether in fitness or business, she gives everything, she does her all, and that is what makes her the inspiring individual that she is today.
Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love with Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is passion and purpose. For this episode, we have an empowered woman, founder of Women's Fitness Philippines, co-founder of Color Manila, fitness enthusiast, and entrepreneur to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the beautiful and amazing Justine Cordero. Hi, Jess.
Hi, Mafae. Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
hello. So excited to catch up with you. It's been a while. It's been a while since we
It's been a
last saw
while.
each other.
Yes.
We were almost running into each other, or I was in your office almost every other day. And to think that it felt like just yesterday, but it's actually been almost a year or
Yeah.
so.
I think we've
But
seen each other in
anyways,
December.
yeah. Oh yes, that's right.
The
But
sports and
I know you've been busy during this period. But before I ask you what you've been up to lately, can you share with everyone on how you are the empowered and inspiring woman that you are today?
Wow, that's kind of heavy for me to share. How am I an empowered woman? I don't know how to answer that, but let me answer your question. What I've been doing the past or lately. So, like in my post, I share that pandemic actually came earlier for me. I think it was
Yeah.
March that we actually had the quarantine, but I felt like I was on quarantine since December. I think
Mhm.
almost a few days after the last time that we saw each other, I stepped down. I'm not part of the managing team for Color Manila anymore. So it was so much a different life for me. Three to four events in a month, and it takes 6 months to prepare for one event, and it's not just in Manila. So it's a sudden stop. Like the whole of December, I'm just reflecting, taking my me time. It's just too much me time for me, to be honest. So December, January, February. So came March, it was quarantine. It was not so much of a difference because I already restarted since December. I'm into a couple of businesses already um, because you can't just stop. One defeat
Yeah.
can't be the end of anything, which probably I can share more a little bit later. I'm more
Yeah.
on reflecting also and getting to know myself better. Just when we thought we already know ourselves, truth is
Yeah.
scientifically, we can only know ourselves to 20%. I'm like, seriously, I thought I know myself 50%, and that's low. But yeah, it's gonna take a lifetime to get to know yourself. So I'm really taking this time to really go deep within and master the self.
No, I really admire your post. Actually, when I read it, I was like, "Whoa!" I felt honored, because the time that we did work together, guys. Fun fact: I worked with Justine and the amazing team of Color Manila, and also Tough Mudder, and was able to witness how much of a boss lady Justine was, and also had that positivity. I loved your aura. I loved your work ethic. Of course, I wanted to get you more, to get to know you more, and that's why I invited you here because I know there was so much more of you. And like you said, we thought you knew yourself 100%, but really there is more to learn. And I totally understand that, because especially right now, I think people are learning new things about themselves. Yeah, it's been 8 months, because the last time I did see you, I was still pregnant with my son. And then
Yeah,
it was funny that the next day I gave birth to him. I
I
think we were
know.
all making fun of it. So we ended up attending your event. This one, Nick was part of the panel. Thanks to Jay for inviting. That was a fun event. We got to meet professional athletes that we admire. But I always admired your strength. In the office, on the field, as an event organizer. And now that you're sharing with me that you're reflecting. I mean, how does that feel, coming from an on the go type of schedule to all of a sudden, uh, now that you have somewhat of a laid back type of flexibility, I guess, with your lifestyle? I mean, how is that? How is the feeling?
It's weird. It's weird at first, to be honest. I have this prayer that I have every single day, that Lord, please grant me the courage to change the things that I can, which
Yeah.
I feel like I always have that. If
Mhm.
not always, at least 95% of the time, I want to change things. I want to, even to the point of changing people, which later
Right.
on I know I can't. And
Mhm.
the second part of that one is grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and lastly the wisdom to know the difference. And I think it was such an eye opener for me, because serenity was something I didn't have.
Yeah.
Serenity connected with patience. So I can't stay put. Like, I have to
Mhm.
do this. And if I have to do something, like literally, I have to do it now. I'm not even going to wait till later, even tomorrow, for me to do it. And, you know, it's a lesson for me to learn that, hey, it can't be courage all the time. You're not always at war. You don't have to change everything. And it's so tiring to always do that. I honestly never felt tired, because I was at it every single day for
Yeah.
the last 6 years. No, not just 6 years. For the last 8 years, Mafe, I've been doing the events for almost 10 years now. So Color Manila started, I was only 23. I was
Wow.
22. I was only 22. Looking back, I thought I was already old enough then. And now I'm 31. I'm like, I was so young. I was so young then. And every day was a hustle. Every day I always just have to take courage. When I wake up, I have to take courage. I'm in a man's world, sort of, because
Yeah.
it's a sports industry, right? So I always have to have that courage. And that wasn't a problem for me, like taking on things, but knowing when to stop, to actually stay put, have peace, go deep within you, and just be quiet, or really, as the prayer says, accept the things that I cannot change, because
Yeah.
I can't. I
Mhm.
basically can't. I'm the same person at home. I try to change my dad, my brothers, my friends. You always just try to push them, but there's a limit
Mhm.
to that. There are things
Yeah.
that you just really need to accept, and that's something I've learned too, when I had to stop.
Right.
Humanity and patience.
And I think that's a respect to you, and a level of respect for yourself. Just understanding that not everything will go your way, because
Yes.
I think we're like-minded in that sense. Just having to be the leader for, I guess, your team, your like for me, my children. I really had to learn also. Submitting to my husband, I think that's a different level of being patient. But again, I did see that in you. I mean, I remember you even expressing to me that you were studying, I think, getting your master's at the same time, still trying to work a full-time job with Color Manila and events. And I was just like, wow, this girl's amazing. And I really, really was motivated with you and inspired by you. But of course, again, this is me also thinking, okay, well, if she can do it, I can too. But then I'm like, okay, I can't really do what Justine can do. She can go and leave her house anytime. I have to, cater to all these little people around me. But
Yeah.
even though you inspired a lot of women, and the way that you even related to your team members, or whoever I witnessed you relate to, you still had that level of respect. And even with you telling me that you started like at 22, or 10 years ago or whatever, you haven't aged one bit. And that's really amazing. I don't know what's your secret. I think you gotta share with us, because I know events are no joke. And I know your events were no joke.
Let me start by sharing, Mavi, that I don't wake up so early in the morning. It's just so hard for me
Oh,
to wake up. I thought I was a lazy ass. But looking back, like talking to my sister Stacy, she knows, and she would tell me, Ate, you don't really go up like you don't really wake up early, as in kailangan ka pang kulitin and stuff just for you to wake up. I'm always up early. That's one thing that I learned during the quarantine. And believe it or not, I wake up at 6 a.m. just now. Just now. And we were talking about being so busy every single day of my life for the past 8 years. But I wake up a little late, to be honest. Like I don't have my morning routine anymore. It's so fast that I wake up, I prepare, pam, and then I will have to go to the office because there's a lot of things to do, and a day wouldn't be enough. So I guess it's the sleep. Um, that's one. I sleep at least 8 hours, and during the times that I was so busy, I sleep like 8 to 10 hours a day. But during the events, I don't sleep at all.
yeah, I know, because you guys, like, I think, prepare like the day before, afternoon, or even morning until the next day. And I'm just like, wow, she still looks fresh. What does she do? You know,
Also
um,
the workout, Mafu. I really do
yeah, you did.
work out.
Yeah.
It's also the pressure. I really love working out. I've been like a cheerleader in college. I've been dancing, volleyball team when I was younger, high school, elementary. But I hate running. But I've been
Mhm.
mounting events for 10 years. Marathons, half marathons, they're mostly runs. And people would ask me, so you're a runner. You really love running. You must love running. And I'm like, I actually super hate running. Really hate it. So I took it as a challenge. Nobody really pressured me but myself. So I actually started running. And apart from that, I started doing yoga. I think despite the very very busy schedule, that's something that I have been doing consistently, if not so hardcore that I have to do it every day. I would bounce back, say like a month that I don't really work out. I would go back again. It wouldn't take for me too long for me to actually get back to really working out.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think working out also gave you that stress relief type of
Yes.
moment, right? Because I know it's been helping me, like when I got back into, slowly getting
Mhm.
back into shape, just to be able to have the energy and strength to take care of my baby and the kids. It feels nice, like it's like a me time kind of thing. And I guess that's probably what made you really stay focused and keep that positive mindset. But now that you are not so busy with the events, I mean, do you still work out? Do you still, or do you meditate? What are the other things that keep you motivated and inspired?
Last year, I actually took a yoga teacher training. So I'm a certified Ashtanga yoga instructor, teacher, actually. And the reason for that one is not really just for physical fitness, because it's beyond the asana or the poses that we do, in connection to my self discovery, that I need serenity, not just the courage, not just that power, that there's also power in being silent and looking within. And that's what yoga teacher training actually taught me, or yoga in general, to be more mindful, to be more aware. And when we say mindful, being at the present moment, because a lot of times you're there during meetings, but you're already thinking about what to do next, or what am I going to be doing tomorrow. So it taught me mindfulness. It taught me to be present, and made me more aware about mental health, really.
And speaking of that, it's very important right now to cater to the needs of mental health awareness, because especially during this challenging time, we need more people like you to motivate us to help align the mind, body, and soul. So are you teaching online, or do you have any workshops that people can attend?
I just do it with friends, actually. My friends would call me, or my sisters, Daisy would call me. Let's do yoga. Ayan lang. That's it. I would teach my mom sometimes when she's in the mood. And that actually really helped her. Helped her a lot, like opening the hips, opening the chest, your heart. And again, going back to what I was saying earlier, fitness, being fit shouldn't only be physical. And like what you said, it should be aligned physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it it helps that I do yoga, because it gives me physical strength and also mental strength. Your meditation is very, very helpful in order for you to be very efficient also.
Is there any meditation, I guess, resources online, or maybe other yoga workouts, or meditation links that you also do that you can share with everyone right now?
Okay, so what I learned from Ashtanga is a very, very traditional practice of yoga. They don't actually want you to like listen to music while you're meditating. It's really just listening to your breath, because all of these external factors would have an effect on your brain. And what we want in order for us to really go in is for you to separate yourself from the external factors or the external world. So I would suggest, if you would like, of course, for starters, for meditating, ambient music would help. Listening to jazz might help. But if you really would want to meditate, concentrate on the breath, listen to your breath. It's really calming. It's making you more aware, more mindful of how you're actually breathing. Because a lot of times we breathe so short, we have short breaths, especially when you're anxious, when you're you have a panic attack. That's something that you can, something we can do now. Like just breathe really fast, you're gonna feel it. So it helps you, meditation helps you breathe
Yeah.
slowly, let the air enter your lungs. It's cleansing as well. Cleansing in every way, cleansing physically, and then cleansing our minds that are just so full of a lot of things.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to someone else about breathing, how important it is, because it makes you, it controls, I guess, your what you think, and then how like, if it all aligns. If you're calm and you breathe, concentrate on your breathing, then you're able to express yourself. Or like you said, if you're having anxiety attacks, and if you
Mhm.
kind of feed into the attacks, then it's your breathing that gets affected. But if you can control the breathing, and you can just, I guess, keep yourself calm, then everything will flow and you'll feel much better, right? I guess that's what you were trying to express earlier too.
Yes. And funny enough, before we make any decisions, it's better that we breathe first. Like
Yeah.
try to count 10 seconds. Everything will
I think
change. Everything will
yeah, and I
change.
guess it goes with the patience, right? When you're instead of being a reactor, you take a step back and breathe first, right? And
Yes.
and just analyze and breathe and analyze, and then you but I think there's something else that you've learned lately, because I know I've been seeing posts that are green. So is there anything else that you've learned during this time, especially this lockdown period, Jess?
Yeah, as a morning routine, actually, I check on my babies, which are my plants, and I'm just so amazed how they're made. Like every single day, I'm actually very thankful. I'm thankful for all the blessings that we're actually getting, and I'm even more amazed that I overlooked so many small things because you were just so busy. And one of those would be it's it's kind of cheesy, but the creation, like looking at the sky,
Yeah.
looking at the plants. I noticed everything. Like even driving, I would see the plants and I'm like, trees, how amazing are you? Like you don't need anything from us. We don't have to give you anything and you just grow and just be beautiful. And um, through these little plants, well, we can't have those big trees, right? I get to witness that every single day. Alam mo yun, just give them a little care. Just give them water. I mean, it's just water, guys. Just give them water. They will grow. They will be beautiful for you. They will give you oxygen. They will give you happiness and peace, even. And
So
you know what?
amazing.
One more thing.
Yeah, go.
And this happened December. So I stepped
Yeah.
down. So I needed
Mhm.
to do something. So one of the things that I actually did was to buy plants. Okay. I
Oh,
rearranged my condo. I put in plants in my place. And I have this little business. It's Greenhouse Bespoke, where
okay.
I cater just my friends mostly. Funny enough, because it's just a passion. So I give my friends these plants. So I didn't just stop there. We are currently developing something in Tanay. It's going to be up soon. So I'm almost every day in the forest. I'm in nature, and even more, I am amazed. Imagine I'm amazed every day to see these little plants in my pots, and now every single day I'm in the forest. Like seriously, I would ask kuyas, sabi ko, how do they grow? Why is this so big? What do you do? Wala lang, tinutusok lang namin yan. Tapos dumadami na sila. I'm like, huh? Paano nangyari yun?
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I learn a lot there. Simplicity and grandeur at the same time. Grandeur of
Mhm.
Asian.
And to think we were always outdoors for your events, right? Now it's like night and day on our thoughts. I'm like that too. I mean, we were somewhat forced during this period to really enjoy the simple things in life. And obviously, you're doing that. I mean, just hearing you, you're passionate about sharing your story with the plants, with the trees, with nature. I mean, we never talked about that when we were like meeting together. It was always like business,
Very,
events. It's like I'm so happy to hear you like that, just because I think as a woman who is, I guess, part of the rat race, or part of trying to build empires, or trying to succeed, like like you said, in a male dominant environment. We are challenged, and we want to succeed. We want to be part of the respected ones. And I have so much more respect for you, like talking to you right now, and just seeing how happy you are, building your empire of your plants, and building your own forest and sharing with others. Because, that's one thing that I really appreciated from, my grandparents, or even my husband's family, who owns a farm. They were just content of growing vegetables, growing, greenery. It was just simple for them, just the
Mhm.
flowers growing. It was one of their, I guess, big rewards when it
Mhm.
blossoms. And just to hear you share your passion, and I'm sure you're going to inspire a lot of people who are listening and they want to know more, possibly even like buy a plant from you or whatever. It's going to translate into that, because like you said, it's cheesy, but at the end of the day, if you're passionate about it and you're caring for Mother Earth and Mother Nature, I think that's also one of the key, I guess, what do you call that? Like, what Mother Nature is trying to teach us is that there's so much beautiful things that are surrounding us, but we're so blinded, you know.
True.
So, and having said that, Jess, I mean, um, I've always wondered, how do you stay fit? Like, what do you eat healthy? Do you prepare certain meals, or do you eat anything? That was always something I wanted to ask you before.
Okay. First off, I have like I know my body, like to start with. I've never had a diet.
Mhm.
Never. Like I'm not saying that to boast or anything, but I never went on a diet because I never believed in that. I believe in being happy in what you're eating. But ever since I was younger, Mafe, like even my sister again, Stacy, we eat so little. I don't know. I think it runs in the family. Like my dad, you wouldn't like he's not a foodie, I guess. That's it.
Mm.
He's not a foodie. We're not so much of we're not big eaters to start with. So we stay petite and lean. Although there was a time that I actually really gained weight. And when it comes to nutrition, of course, I would try to eat vegetables, fruits. I mean, we all know that. But even
Mhm.
though we do, a lot of times we don't. It's either it's so expensive out there or it's not available. It's just so hard to find. I think we're all lucky and blessed now because we're all at home. So we're eating we're not hopefully not eating delivered food. A lot of times we cook na before. I really don't have time to cook, as in at
Yeah.
all. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner outside. So
Mhm.
I think when it comes to food, that really helped me. I would binge on sweets and even junk food or fast food. But like my workouts, that wouldn't last too long. I would have, because I know I would have to take care of myself. I would binge probably for a week or even up to a month, but I would regain. So I would have to go back to eating healthy again, or even with the workouts that I'm doing. So it's more of consistency, not
Yeah.
doing like a big workout all at once and then stop, or you go on a diet for a couple of months and then you stop. It's something that you can't. It's something that isn't consistent, and also sustainability. There's no one way to become a fit woman. That's the tagline of Women's Fitness Philippines. I'm not promoting, but really, it has been my passion to
Yeah.
really get to know yourself, because as I would be sharing what I've been doing, but this is something that might not be applicable for you. For
Mhm.
me, diets won't do. I work out like 5 times, 7 times in a week, or even do 3 workouts in a day at times that I can, but may not be for everybody. And you really need to know what will make you fit. And again, being fit doesn't mean just being physically fit. Being physically fit is only a manifestation of what's inside. So you gotta be mentally fit, emotionally fit, and spiritually fit even. So taking care of your relationships. You may be eating the right food, taking all these life coaching sessions, also meditating, but you're not connecting. You're telling yourself that you don't need it. I mean, there are introverts and extroverts, but at the end of the day, there's no 100% introvert or 100% extrovert. All of us would have an extroversion. All of us would have an introversion. Needless to say that we all need connections, we all need relationships, and that's part of nourishing the spirit. So all of those things, and to connect that to my life also, what keeps me fit isn't just the physical, isn't just also doing yoga and meditating and reflecting, because I so love to reflect, like, have I grown, am I doing the right thing? And but apart from that, it's a relationship. I'm very blessed also to have really good friends who would share their energy, and you feel energized right after just talking to them. Powerful women like you, Mafe. Like we were talking earlier, reconnecting with these people. Probably not every day, because again, we're not everybody's 90% extrovert or majorly extroverted. So these relationships would nourish the spirit. And also our topic for today, passion and purpose. Follow your
Yes.
passion, right?
Mhm.
Do something that really makes you happy every single day, and not just making you happy for a couple of days. This is your passion. And just to share, saying so many things, but just to share also, Mafe, about passion, it's something that you find, and you will not find it by looking at just the now. At least for me, it's your knowing your passion is also part of knowing yourself, right? Mastering the self, and that won't be possible if I'm just going to look at myself now, or just look forward or moving forward. I will have to trace it at the time, even when I was little. How was I as a child to my parents, or even ask how was I as a baby, when I was in elementary, when I was in high school, and then I realized, you know what? It has been very consistent. My passion for creation, my passion for I'm a creative, like what my best friend would always say, and she's here. You're a creator. You love creating things. So it's not
Yeah.
merely just physical fitness that you're passionate about. It's not merely just, fashion, because I used to have my own clothing line also, or even, the plants now. So it's more of knowing that core, because you may be doing a lot of things, but your passion is your core. So I looked at high school, college, come Color Manila, my business is prior Color Manila, and even up to today, it's very consistent. And
Mhm.
it's so amazing also to see babies.
Yeah.
You're gonna see character, personalities already. You know that, Mafe, you have kids. You see that already, but oftentimes we get so distracted by what the world tells us who you should be. You need to be this, you need to be a lawyer, probably you need to be a doctor, you should be going to this school, and so on. So we forget who we are. And part of that is what you're really passionate about, because
Yeah.
somebody else's passion isn't yours. But
Mhm.
oftentimes we follow them,
Yeah.
right? Oh, she's passionate about it. I love that too. Maybe I'm passionate about that one too. And
Mhm.
connected to the passion is the purpose. And the purpose isn't also just one thing. So when I wasn't doing the events anymore, does that change my purpose because I don't have this? Um,
Mhm.
it's it's only a tool,
Yeah.
right? And your purpose isn't gonna change. And I think you find that also by looking back, looking at the
Mhm.
now, and moving forward or knowing the self. Yeah, I said so many things.
Amazing. No, that's all amazing. I mean, I was going to ask you your words of wisdom, especially, at a time like this, and you pretty much answered that already. I mean, is there anything else that you want to give? people right now, most especially, a lot of the morale is a bit low. How can you motivate them that to know that there's still going to be opportunities after all this, and finding a cure for the disease? There's something that everybody is fearful of, but like you found opportunities during this crisis. So what would be your advice for everyone right now on how to stay motivated and hopeful, that we will still have a chance to make our dreams and our goals into reality?
I
Go
think
ahead.
it's just very, very impossible that there's nothing to be thankful for every day. The fact that we're breathing. I mean, again, very cheesy and such a cliche. We're breathing. It's already a blessing, something to be thankful for. There's a lot of things. Just reflect. There's really something that you should be really grateful about. Your family, your friends, and it shouldn't take a pandemic, but here we are. Probably we're all pressured, and we just really needed to take time to pause and look within what we have been missing all this time. What are the things that we were not being thankful for? Um,
Yeah.
also, Mafe, I'd like to definitely thank my friends for being here. I am very much overwhelmed and flattered by all the compliments that you have been giving me. But I would also want to share that I have been chasing my dreams. I've been trying to be, I'm not going to say somebody else that I wasn't, but I was really trying, and
Yeah.
probably really trying hard all these years. I've gained so much knowledge, so much learning, so much experiences, things that I can be really proud of, like checklists that I have
Yeah.
ticked already, bucket lists that I already did at my age. And I'm really, really proud of that. But I wouldn't advise also that we take on that or just look at that success as is, because it has consequences, and more often than not, a lot of the successful women, men and women, don't mention it. We go through a lot of anxiety, a lot of
Yeah.
fear that we always need to take courage because you have fear. I mean, there's nothing courage. You don't need courage if you're not afraid, right?
Yeah.
It should be very neutral, but because you're anxious, you have so much fears, and you just go on and on and on, and what's being sacrificed really is yourself. If we
Yeah.
think that it will only take a day or two for you to be able to regain that, which I did, and I thought all these years I was really taking a break, but 2 days with the intensity that I was doing, 2 days will never be enough, and you don't want to just one day stop and it's too late that you didn't
Yeah.
really take care of yourself. It took a toll on my health. I was able to regain back myself
Mhm.
after months, and I'm being honest with you, I'm still on that process of recovering
Yeah.
mentally, because it does not mean that you're weak. It does not mean that you can't take all that pressure. You can. As a matter of fact, I did take all that pressure, and you can take all that pressure. But your subconscious, your body, all the stress that you had, it's going to be stored, and one day it's going to take a toll on your health. I'm lucky. I'm younger too,
Yeah.
biologically, so you have time to recover. So I
Mhm.
just want to balance that out. I really would want to inspire. We do want to inspire, but also really take a pause. Ask yourself um, if you're still okay, and if you're not okay, like what my best friend said, Lara, it's okay not to be okay too.
Yeah.
And just
That's
take a
true.
pause.
Mhm.
Yeah, stop. Ask for help. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're weak if you're asking for help.
Yeah.
Again, we
Right.
need relationship connections. So I'm
Mhm.
just so thankful, Mafe,
Mhm.
because you messaged me. I've been seeing, like, I've been saying no for the longest time, but because I was also scared. I was scared
Yeah,
that what am I gonna be sharing? What am I
yeah.
gonna be telling people? But I'm glad that I did this. And
And
thank you.
it's so powerful that you're just being honest, you're being transparent on what you've experienced. And I know there's a lot of people, not just women, that try to strive perfection in their life or try to achieve certain goals, like you said, bucket lists. I mean, I think I fall in that trap sometimes too, and I feel overwhelmed, and it's okay. Like you said, it's okay to step back, it's okay to ask help. If you don't, then how can you understand your feeling? How can you understand if you're doing things right? With the support system, a strong support system, people that will tell you, Mafa, you're fine, or Justine, you're fine, slow down. It's not a race. That's going to be there still tomorrow. And I think that's also, like what you're sharing. I do go through certain things like that because I feel as though, okay, I have a big family. I have to help my husband. I have to, work so hard so that I can also pay the bills and this and that. But then it's funny because, like, he would be the one to tell me, okay, I appreciate you as an independent, strong woman, but let me provide, and you take care of the kids. And and when I finally understood that, and I took time. I mean, even now, like, I felt there was a moment where after giving birth, I had to hurry up. I had to hurry up and get back into shape. I had to hurry up and get back to work. Yeah, I mean, it's I guess it was just me thinking that, oh no, he needs my help. Oh no, it's like there's so many opportunities, I have to grab them all, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you went through too. And yes, it is a different ball game when there's kids involved, but at the end of the day, regardless, like, no matter if you have kids or if you don't have kids, and if you have all these opportunities in front of you and you just want to do everything at once, it's
Yeah.
not it's not like you said, it does take a toll. It does, like, feel like, oh my gosh, that wasn't enough time of the day to do all
Yeah.
these things. But it's okay because you still have tomorrow. you know right now, like you said, be present, enjoy the simple things. Even me, like, I feel as though sometimes God does make me pregnant to really force me to slow down. Just sit there, Mafae, let your tummy grow and just sit there, don't do anything. Even with, like, my youngest son, like, when he is hungry, like, I'm like trying to do an email, I'm trying to prepare for the next guest.
Oh,
It's like, and I look at him and it's just like that gentle, look. And I'm pretty sure that's how you feel when you're admiring your plants or just spending time with your mom. It's not like, oh, I have to reply to this email right this second.
yeah.
It's okay, guys. You don't have to. The email is going to be there. You know, you can reply to it when you get to. Whoever is writing the email to you will understand, right? I think the most important thing right now is Justine was sharing too, is that you're gonna burn out. You're gonna feel it, and when you do feel it, it's like that's when you're like, oh dang, I'm gonna miss out because I am not okay right now.
Yeah.
So pace yourself, right?
Yeah.
Pace yourself. Justine mentioned it, meditation, breathing. Um, once you have that all, I guess, in control, I think that's when everything will you know be okay in your life. Just like Sandy. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I don't know, Justine. Is
Z.
she a friend of yours? Sandy.
Z.
Z. Okay, Z. She says, same one mindful breath really goes a long way from washing out the stress to setting your intention. And that goes
Yeah.
back to what you shared, being grateful, having gratitude. Hi, Stacy. I miss you too. She goes, yeah, they help me to be mindful. So, I appreciate you, Justine. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing conversation. See, I told you, I knew I'm going to learn more from you today because you are always on the go, and there was nothing wrong with that too. You did experience what
Yeah.
you experienced so that you can share. You can share
Yeah.
with everyone, most of it right now, on how to enjoy life more, I believe. right? Again, please share your passions and where they can find, most especially the Women's Fitness Philippines, and whatever else that you're passionate with that you want to share with everyone right now.
Mafe, I was looking at the time. It's
I
been
know.
45 minutes. It's not
It's
enough.
okay. I know
Yeah,
it's not enough.
if they want to know more, although we cater more on women, specifically, know more about fitness, and it's not just, again, like what I was saying earlier, physical fitness. It's aligning your mental, physical, and your spiritual fitness. All of that being fit. Holistically, we have Women's Fitness Philippines, and we just really want to acknowledge the differences of each woman, difference in body, difference in personalities, characters, passion, purpose. We all have differences, and there are a lot of different ways also in order for us to be fit, because there's no one way to become a fit woman. You don't have to do what the others are doing. We have so many collaborators who in real life are experiencing what you're experiencing, and hopefully, Mafi, you should be part of that
Yeah,
that one too.
I will be. I'll ask you about it more after.
Yeah, so these collaborators can also share their expertise and their experiences the same way that I did. We do have articles for now, but coming up would be we'll be having retreats too, and really we just want to help out. And helping out would mean not just giving you tips on how to be physically fit, mentally fit, or spiritually fit, but knowing the self first. Really going
Mhm.
inside, know who you really are, know what your passions are, where you came from, your root, and then from there we can be holistically fit. Now you know which ones are for you, what aren't for you. So hopefully you can also visit womensfitness.ph, and hopefully we can share more also through that platform.
PH.
Um, yes,
Yeah.
womensfitness.ph, Philippines. I have always been passionate about fitness, being passionate about
Yeah,
nutrition. And there's a lot more that we are brewing and creating for the upcoming months. And there's no stopping.
for sure. I have to give a
I'm not sure if they can see me. Guys, can you see me? Please message. Or was I gone? Or was it Mafe who was gone? Because I can still see my
Is
screen.
Alex there? Hi, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so this is the challenges of live streaming. You all know that. But I am so thankful for Justine, and I'm so grateful for all your friends who are supporting you and are tuned in. I have to give a special mention to Lara. She said, "Thank you for giving you a nudge to be part of this platform." Sometimes she forgets how amazing she is. Yes, Justine is so amazing, and that's the reason why I always wanted to be connected with you ever since we were able to work together. And now through this platform and your platform, I would love to support you in that. Um, Again, Justine, thank you so much. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being, the amazing woman that you are. Now I have another level of respect for you. It's not easy, of course, to share your story, but you are more than willing to extend that to everyone who is listening and tuned in, and I know that they're inspired by you. So guys, if you have any other questions, or you just want more advice from Justine, or just say hi, and ask her about how she, takes care of her plants, because not all of us have a green thumb. Go ahead and reach out to her. I'll make sure that all her social media handles and platforms and links are here on this caption. And I'm sure she's more than happy to answer any of your questions and get to know you more. So, Justine, thank you again.
No,
I
thank you, Mom.
appreciate you. And I will be supporting you in everything you do. Randy Canapi said 15 years younger than me, but learned a lot from
Oh,
her. Very inspiring. Such passion. Oh, there you go. See?
GM
Amazing.
Randy.
But again, everyone who's tuned in, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that chat with Justine. You know, we were able to catch up also, and I appreciate it. Everyone on Kumu also tuned in. Thank you guys. Don't forget to reach out to Justine and check out her passions and her link with Women's Philippines Fitness. And I will also be part of that too. And so with that, guys, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love with Me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching In Love with Me series.